Allah appointed Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad as the fourth successor to the promised Messiah alayhi salam.
मैं आज ताहिर के हाथ पर बैठ करके सिलसिला-ए अहमदिया में दाखिल होता हूँ।
The past 90 years have been witness to the fact that Khilafat has always been guided by God Almighty, and through this guidance, the Khulafa have achieved the seemingly impossible. The same is the case for the fourth Khalifa of the promised Messiah alayhi salam. Being appointed by Allah, he was blessed with foresight. He could predict the needs and requirements of the community well in advance.
Tehreek-e-Waqf-e-Now scheme was launched by Hazrat Khalifat al-Masih IV, Rahmatullah Ta'ala, on 3rd of April 1987. It was not a mere chance that he thought of this scheme. In fact, Hazur told us that God had put in his heart with great force and emphasis that in 2nd century of Ahmadiyya, we are going to require a large number of dedicated professional people to serve the Jamaat. He initially asked the parents to devote their children and expected to have at least 5,000 children enrolled in this scheme. The Jamaat presented their children, and up till now, by the grace of God, we have more than 50,000 children enrolled in this scheme. Now, the Jamaat is seeing the fruits of this scheme, which is proving to be very successful. And by the grace of God, we have got many missionaries, muallimeen, doctors, and many professional people who have started to serve the Jamaat. And inshallah, in coming years, we shall have many more dedicated professional people who, with their knowledge and expertise, will serve the noble cause of Islam all over the world.
Another great achievement in this period of Khilafat was the initiation of MTA, Muslim Television Ahmadiyya. The first broadcasts started in 1992, and on the 1st of April 1996, MTA International became the first Muslim TV channel broadcasting 24/7. This shortened the distances of Ahmadis from their Khalifa, and Ahmadis from around the world could now witness their Khalifa live from their homes. The benefits of Khilafat are not confined only for the followers of the promised Messiah alayhi salam. Rather, it is for the betterment of all people. This was graciously expressed of Hazrat Khalifat al-Masih IV. Wherever he went, he was loved, and he felt it his responsibility to fulfill the needs of the poor and helpless. It was due to these characteristics that he initiated Humanity First, a charity organization to help the needy all around the world. He also established Maryam Shadi Fund in memory of his late mother. This scheme provided poor girls to be wedded in a suitable manner. He was very learned in the field of homeopathy, and he taught homeopathy to the members of the community through initiating a series of homeopathy classes on MTA, and he provided free homeopathy treatment in most of the missions established by the community. All these schemes for the welfare of mankind are still in progress and are fulfilling the needs of mankind every day. Foreseeing the increasing needs of the community, on 19th of October 1999, Hazur laid the foundation stone of the Beit al-Fatuh Mosque, which on being completed became the largest mosque in Western Europe, and today it is serving as a great source of spreading the message of Islam, not only to the locals, but to international audiences. As is the way of every divine community, that they have to repeatedly face hardships and trials, there were many hardships and trials faced by the community during the Khilafat of Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad. As soon as Hazur became Khalifa, General Zia-ul-Haq, the President of Pakistan, increased his efforts against the community.
On the 26th of April 1984, General Zia-ul-Haq issued the anti-Ahmadi ordinance, which actually prohibited the Ahmadis from calling themselves Muslims, or indeed even undertaking any of the practices that the Muslims would normally take. And even to say Assalamu alaikum as a result of the ordinance meant that Ahmadis were liable for 3 years of imprisonment. And this was a very difficult stage for Ahmadi Muslims in Pakistan. And as a result, it also meant that Hazrat Caliphate al-Masih could not actually speak to his community as a result of this ordinance. Therefore, on the 29th of April, 1984, Hazrat Caliphate al-Masih Rabi Rahimahullah decided that it was important for the progress of the Jamaat that he should leave Pakistan. Although he had great love for the country, but he felt that by staying in Pakistan, he would not be able to preach to either his own Jamaat or to the world at large. And therefore, Hazrat arrived in London on the 30th of April, and this started a new chapter of Khilafat in the United Kingdom. And of course, the rest is history, because we saw such great advancement of the Jamaat as a result of the migration.
Even though the pain of leaving one's country and beloved followers was within the heart of Hazur, yet he understood that the migration to London will open new doors for the success of the community. Hazur established London as the new headquarters, where he could peacefully lead the community to new heights. But back home in Pakistan, Zia unleashed his rage upon the followers of the promised Messiah alayhi salam. The persecution increased to unimaginable levels. Then finally, on June the 10th, 1988, Hazur challenged Zia and his followers to a mubahla. He warned them of the consequences of their actions and instructed them to stop the persecution. Zia did not heed the warnings, but little did he know that the decree of God had passed. Just 2 months after the mubahla challenge, the President Zia al-Haq died mysteriously in an air crash and met his unfortunate fate.
उनको दे उनके शर का सिला माल का जो शरारे शरारत के उठने लगे उनके शर से हमें खुद बचा माल का.
During his 21 years of Khilafat, Hazur visited many countries and many Ahmadis all around the world. He traveled to various countries of Europe. During his stay in Spain, he inaugurated the first mosque in Spain, whose foundations were laid by Hazrat Caliphate al-Masih III. One of his most passionate visits was his return to Qadian. In December 1991, he became the first Khalifa to visit Qadian after the partition of India and Pakistan. He attended the annual conference and blessed the Ahmadis with his presence.
वैसा वो घर भी सुंदर था जैसे सुंदर थी वो बस्ती वैसा वो घर भी सुंदर था.
During Hazur's Khilafat, the continent of South America was blessed with Khilafat for the first time in history. And in June 2000, he became the first successor of the promised Messiah alayhi salam to travel to the Far East and visited countries such as Japan, Fiji, Indonesia, Singapore, and Australia. Under Hazur's guidance, the community showed great patience and resilience in the face of much hardship and achieved many great milestones. Hazur's scholarly question and answer sessions with both Ahmadis and non-Ahmadis continued to serve as a source of great learning, and his translation of the Holy Quran and his scholarly works are a significant benefit to young and old. After 21 years of Khilafat, Hazur passed away on the 19th of April 2003 at his residence in the Fazl Mosque.
न गिला करे मेरे दर्द की
3 days after the demise of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih IV, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, may Allah be his helper, the current head of the community, was commissioned by God as the 5th successor of the promised Messiah alayhi salam.
Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu